reel is for everyone who call themselves good listeners, but as soon as someone starts venting out to you, you immediately go, but you know what happened with me, and start comparing your experiences and trivialize their trauma and give unsolicited advice. Bro.
So welcome, Jane. What do you really do? Because you seem to be multifaceted. You're a podcaster, you're a YouTuber, and really take us through your journey as to how you really became mom to Just Chatuna.
I did not actually plan on this. It just happened to me. But I did plan on becoming an entrepreneur. Now, Just Chatuna is like something that I've started very recently. We believe in giving a message out to people, which we have a lot of societal norms here in the state that we live in. I mean, every state has its own. I mean, India in general has some sort of societal thinking and some sort of stigmas and all of that. So we wanted to break, and we thought, why not start from our culture and address these little issues that we face every day. The regional content was booming. Everybody loved listening to things, watching things in their own language. And I was like, okay, maybe we could actually do something out of this.
Okay, but listen, once you decide to leave my life and go, no, you can stay out only. You don't have to call on birthdays or special occasions, or if something tragic happens in my life and be like, I'm always here for you. I will always care for you.
Why did you really think of, becoming an entrepreneur? You said that right since childhood, you had this dream of creating something. I'm sure there is always a setback, or a hesitation of sorts when you want to create something. How did you face those challenges, and how did it really evolve into Just Chatuna?
I always used to think I want to be an engineer and, do such sort of things. Then why do I keep looking at myself like this business sort of person? And then I guess in my second year, I was all set. I wanted to write my MSET and take the next big step of becoming an aeronautical engineer. And my father actually passed away in 2016. I remember I could have still become like an aeronautical engineer. It wasn't like that big of a deal. So I had a chance to go to the US, right? Like I guess in April of 2017. So I was like, okay, let me just take this chance and go study in the US. I'd study engineering. I had like these big plans. So what happened was my visa got rejected.
Oh, shoot.
So I was like, okay, now what next? And then I had another date for my visa. So, and my MSET exam was on the same day. In fact, the same time. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just get through the interview and go to US and like, let me just let go of this little exam. And again, I got my visa rejected. So I was like, okay, now my life was at a very low point back then. And there was another familiar college here in Hyderabad. It's called St. Francis. And there was this particular course that I wanted to do. It was, I guess, business management or something. So I applied for that, and then I got rejected there too. I chose business management in a different college. Yeah, Just Chatuna happened, and it's not just Chatuna that is in the works. There are a lot of other things that I'm planning on doing. So yes, that's the story.
So about the podcast, is that also like an offshoot of Just Chatuna, or is it a completely different theme that you cover there?
Yeah, back in July last year, we had Sushant Singh Rajput's suicide, and that sort of was a catalyst to starting Stay Sane with Jane, because I just went crazy after that day. I was like, okay, a man with that caliber could do something like that, then who are we, right?
True.
I was like, wow, for like the next 2-3 days I just went crazy, and then I was like, no, this is not how it should be. Then I was like, dude, but I'm doing fine. There has to be something in me that's keeping me sane. If you listen to my podcasts, they're not like 1 hour talk telling you should do this, you should do that. It's just 5-6 minutes of like me talking, telling how am I doing and how am I like keeping myself happy and stuff. And yep, people are liking it.
Even your reels, some of your reels that I was listening to, spread a message of hope in a sense, because there was a lot of things, something like, wow, you don't really seem to listen and you only tend to give advice instead.
This reel is for everyone who call themselves good listeners, but as soon as someone starts venting out to you, you immediately go, but you know what happened with me, and start comparing your experiences and trivialize their trauma and give unsolicited advice.
So those kind of lines or one-liners, as I kind of saw it, how do you really come up with it? I mean, all of us think about it, but to really express it is a whole new different ball game altogether.
Okay, so coming to the reels, most of the reels I do were the one-liners. Most of the one-liners are in Telugu. If you see at the end of every reel, I do this one-liner in Telugu. And these are the one-liners that my dad randomly told in our home. So whenever, these little fights that happen between parents, and then my dad would just go, Ishtamuntundo, Kashtamunte po, or something like that. And then I was like, all these lines were just in my head, okay? And I love these lines. Like, my dad was a very jovial, a very funny person. So I was like, okay, whenever I think of a one-liner my dad told, now I just put it in a reel and do something out of it, because these are all the lines that my dad used to tell me, and yeah, that's how it is. And sometimes coming to reels, also I believe in giving a message. Sometimes people take it like that, sometimes people don't. But yeah, I just believe in giving, like
a moral of sorts. Talking about Hyderabad, I mean, as a city, how has it really molded Jane?
Oh, Hyderabad is just, it's an emotion. I don't know any other city. Like, I've never lived in a city. I grew up and I was brought up in Hyderabad. So, yeah, I've just always been here. So it would be really hard for me to like compare cities, right? Because I've always been here. But it's a very happening city. I must say, like, when you're in Hyderabad, you feel like doing things, I've heard Bangalore is a lot more than this, but I really want to live in Bangalore sometime. But
you should. I'll play your host.
Oh, you
I'm
are
from
Bangalore?
That's right.
Oh, okay. So, wow, that's lovely. Hyderabad is more like chill sort of place. People here like are Nizams. So they obviously do things a bit late, we're like a bit lazy. We want comfort, we want luxury here. We don't adjust to things that quickly. And yeah, all of these things are like inculcated in me,
You've spoken about a lot of these issues, especially what catapulted your fame was the Andhra-Telangana split. Did you really think about any kind of a political issue that you think India must really highlight? There's some issue that, every citizen of India must really talk more about.
Oyagu.
Nukagu.
Dindu.
Metta.
Passport.
Saklabuklam.
Gomura.
Puntigura.
Coming to I'm not that much of a political person. I do not follow. I do follow, but not in like detail. But I'm just really happy that now that we have social media, everyone is like keeping their opinions out and like talking about the things that should be spoken about. And I don't really have, like, a lot of things are going on that people should talk about. So I just can't pinpoint and tell people should talk about this and people should talk about that. But I'm really glad actually that everybody has a platform wherein they can, put out their views and just like support in some sense.
Right. Thank you so much, Jane. Thanks a lot for coming on this show and sharing your views, and continue spreading the message of hope and cheering everyone.